Live. Hey, everybody, thank you for watching Liberian TV Network. I think we are having technical difficulty from Liberia as my guest is joining. Um, Hopefully, at some point, the internet will be good. Maybe if we can hear her voice, that would be great. If we cannot, for some reason, if we can um, see her, I will try to call her so we can hear her voice. But this girl, she's a former Miss USA. Um, she's a former Miss Liberia USA. She's also a former Miss Liberia United Nations. Today she's gonna tell you how she left the United States to go to Liberia. I think the story was just amazing. I couldn't wait to see her. I couldn't wait um, to hear everything. I mean, I couldn't wait to have her on the show. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I'm trying to get her on the show. It seems that she's having little some technical difficulties. Either way, I might try to call her so we can get her on board. Hello, hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can, yeah, I can hear you. You're breaking up a little bit, but
Yes,
I
can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
And
Can
can
you
you
hear
see
me?
me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
I cannot even hear you at all now.
Oh, you can hear me at all? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm seeing you. I can hear you. Let me see if I can put you back on.
I cannot hear you.
You cannot hear me? Are you okay? She's gonna come back. She's gonna come back, people. This girl, she's former Miss Liberia USA. She's also former Miss Liberia United Nations. This girl, when she told me the story, how she left the United States during the Ebola time to go to Liberia just to make the difference, and now she's in Liberia. I mean, that story was very inspiring. Not a lot of people have the guts to do that. I mean, a lot of people. I know. I live in the United States. Hello.
Hello?
Now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'm
Okay,
hearing
good.
you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Even for me, even if we can see you on video, but if we can hear your voice, I think that is very important because I mean, when you told me some of the stuff you told me when we had the phone conversation, I was so inspired and I just wanted to talk to you. So how you doing overall? I know you're a basic woman. It's not easy. You're an iron lady.
I'm doing okay. Just had a rough day. Literally had to run home, try to set up for the interview and like try to get things situated. I was literally just walking through the door.
Oh wow! I'm so grateful for you to do all of that just to be on our show. I think we are very happy. We are very excited to have you here. Let me say your name. One of my friend name is Molly, and I don't know if you add N to it. So is that Melaine?
Yes, my name is Melaine.
Melaine, yeah. I
Most
just didn't want to. I just didn't want to say it wrong for our people to say, "What did Nama you eat your school fee with don't know."
Molain.
Yeah, so today, today just gonna be casual interview in which you just I think you take the flow where you just tell all your story, you inspire a lot of us that are still in the United States that live abroad and even people that are home. So I really look forward to having great conversation with you today. And I hope a lot of people can learn from your story, especially the part of the story in which you left the United States to go to Liberia during the Ebola time, and I think that it's very impressive. I live in the United States, and when I turn on the electricity, it's 24 hours. When I turn on the shower, it's 24 hours. And no, not the water. I don't run the water that much, but you know what I mean. To leave all of this behind to go to Liberia, I think it's a big thing. So today I want to talk to you on other days. But first, I want you to introduce yourself because you know yourself better than I know you. Hello. Oh my people, the internet thing here will kill me. Oh, the Liberian entertainment, the Liberian internet thing. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna call you on. Let me try to call you on WhatsApps. I think that if people can hear your voice, it'll be good because a lot of people are starting to watch, and I just hope that we can just fix the whole Liberian network problem.
That's literally like the hardest question.
Um,
You can hear me?
Now I can hear you. Before I was not
Hello,
hearing
you can
you.
hear me?
I can hear you now.
It's not
Before I
what
was not hearing you. Hello? Hello? My people, you'll be patient. Oh, we are dealing with. Yeah, I'm hearing you now. My people, you'll be patient. Oh, the Liberian internet thing here to get on Liberian internet is not easy. I'm just speaking my Kodokwa. This girl has an amazing story. I just hope that we can just maybe what we're gonna do is like to just have her to just call her so that you guys can hear her voice. I think it'll be better than the in and out internet. Um, let's try one more time. Hopefully, she will come back online again, and if not, we'll just call her. And I think that's just what we may do because the internet. The last time I was trying to interview somebody from Ghana, the Liberian artist Jezino. This guy is incredible. His music is really hot. I was trying to interview him. We had the same internet problem, and it's not their fault. It's not the artist's fault. It's not the guest's fault. It's just one of those things where you you are having this they are having this network problem and they have no control over it. It's a little bit frustrating for them and for us too. So hopefully we can in the future, Liberia, Ghana, Africa overall, the internet will be great. I'm just hoping she will come back online so that we can talk to her. She has incredible story. um, I mean, not a lot of people make those sacrifice the kind of sacrifices that she made to go to Liberia just to make the difference in Liberia. And I just hope a lot of our viewers that are watching now to keep watching. Please keep watching because this girl has incredible story. I just want you guys to know. For me, I like to shine spotlights on Liberians that are making a difference. That's why you always see ZawaDM on my YouTube channel. You see other people. If you're a guy, you're a girl, you're a mom, you're a dad, you have a good story, you are making a difference in Liberia, you just have to let me know and I will bring you here. We will have a great discussion and just to inspire some Liberian who have the doubt. Let me see if I can call her so that you guys can hear her voice. If not, then we will just wait until she get back online. We know the internet system in Liberia can be very bad. Um, I think that it depends on the weather also. So I just hope you guys will just be patient with us as we go through this um, technical difficulties. That's just how we're gonna say. Yeah. So people just be patient with me as I do this. This girl was on, but the internet is giving her trouble. I just hope you guys, because I like these kind of stories. I mean, the girl left. She's from a Miss Liberia, USA, and she went to school here, everything, but she decided when the Ebola time to go to Liberia and make the difference there. And now she stayed there after the Ebola time. She's been doing a great job. She has some organizations. She's involved in some organizations. She's excited about the return. There's something they're having the return of black people going back to Liberia and all of that. Um, the return of the diaspora, if I say it right, but I think they have something going on, and she is so excited about it. This girl is involved in everything. That's why I wanted her to be on the show to explain all of that. But the internet is killing us. Yeah. Let me see if she can do the video. Maybe we will just try to do the audio. That's what I'm trying to test her. So people, please be patient with me. I think she's trying to come back on again. We will
hello.
like this. Hello.
Hello.
I think you are doing good now. Can you hear me?
I, I just think today's a bad day. Like normally we
Yeah.
never have internet issues.
I think wherever you are sitting, don't move, don't breathe, don't even shake. I'm just joking.
Now I can't even. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Hmm.
I can hear you very clearly. I'm hearing you very clearly.
I can't even hear you at all. Like I'm so
Oh
sorry. No,
my.
not
You are
have.
so clear right now. You're better than a few minutes ago. Oh my God. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. How do I type that in?
What's going on? This is so weird.
I know. 1 minute. Don't move. Can you hear me now?
Hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Can
Oh my God. Huh?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, and the people are hearing you, but we you can't hear us, which is so
No,
frustrating.
no, I can hear you now because I think earlier it just said you just unmuted my mic, so you might have had my mic muted.
Oh, okay. Thank God you are on and you are clear right now, and the video is okay right now. So that's what I'm saying. Don't even move, don't breathe, don't even shake. I'm just joking. But anyway, I'm glad to have you back. This time I'm not gonna talk too much. Um, can you introduce yourself because I think you know yourself better than I do. So can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
So my name is Melaine Dooley Jarbo. 32 years old. I reside now in Liberia, West Africa. I grew up in America. I was former Miss Liberia USA 2013. I represented Liberia at the Miss Africa pageant. I also represented Liberia at the Miss United Nations pageant in Kingston, Jamaica. I became Miss United Nations Earth. And 3 years ago, I decided to move back to Liberia. So right now, you're speaking to me from Liberia.
Wow, what an amazing that is just amazing. So let's just go into this. For me, I don't want to talk too much again with my people because when I try to talk too much, the internet go bad. So but I just want to ask you what really inspired you to go to Liberia to drop everything because I know how it is in the US and to just leave everything and say I'm going to Liberia. I pack all my bags.
Okay, so it's like the weirdest thing ever. I think growing up, even though I didn't grow up in Liberia, I left Liberia when I was still a baby. I was born during the civil crisis. I was born in 1989. I lived in Ghana. I came to America, I think, when I was about 7 or 6 years old. But for some reason, even though I've like didn't go to school in Liberia, well, I went to like kindergarten here, I've always had this strong attachment to Africa and like this obsession of just Liberia in general. So I
Right.
always thought, hey, I'm just in America temporary. As soon as I'm old enough and my mom, is okay with me being by like by myself, I will move back to Africa. So like, well, not just Africa, but Liberia. Like I've always just wanted to move back to Liberia.
Wow. And you said some the last time we were having a conversation, you said something about Ebola during the Ebola time and you wanted to go to Liberia. Can you
Okay.
explain that part of the story? Because it's very inspiring to me. It was dangerous too for you.
Yeah, so okay. So during the time I was Miss Liberia USA, around 2014, we know that the Ebola crisis hit. And I'm a strong advocate for anti-bullying. So I
Mhm.
realized that even like my family or my little cousins that are school in America, they started getting bullied even though they have never ever been to Africa before, but just because the fact that they were attached to Liberia, like, their mom or dad or their, family came from Africa, they would go to school and people would be making fun of them, like, oh, you have Ebola and stuff, and they'll be making those comments. And they'll
Mhm.
come home and they'll tell me about, they'll like talk to me about it. Then I just started paying attention to what was going on, like just like international, like when I look at the news and stuff like that, the way how they're treating Liberians, right? Like we were some, like disease or whatever it is. So I started advocating for anti-bullying. Then the next thing you know, the Delaware, because I live in Delaware, Delaware Online picked up my story.
Mm.
And one day I just told my mom, I was like, Mommy, I think I want to go to Liberia. And she thought it was a joke.
Wow.
I thought
Yeah, I would think it's a joke too.
I have never ever been to Liberia, so I didn't know. Like, I was like, Mom, I think even though it's Ebola going on, I think I need to go to Liberia. So I literally planned my whole trip. And that time, the Minister of Youth and Sport was Eugene Nambwe. So I basically
Hmm.
got in contact with youth and sports, and I had some friends there. One of my friends' name is Sinvi. He was working there at the time, and I contacted him and I said, I want to come back. So they basically like helped me get to Liberia. I remember the day I was actually leaving was the day my mom actually drove to DC to get like visa and stuff and get all that stuff prepared for me to like return like, and I took Brussels. Literally it was like 8 people on my flight back to Liberia. From Brussels to Liberia was like 8 people on the flight because
Wow.
nobody was traveling back to Liberia at the time. And
Three
I
years
remember
ago, that was 3 years ago. That was 2018 or
yeah, but people were
2017.
traveling because
2018.
we're going through the Ebola crisis, so people
Oh
weren't
yeah,
going.
that was back in
Yeah.
2015. Yeah.
So yeah, I was just remember sitting on the plane. I'm like super excited. Like I wasn't even scared. I was like really, really excited to come back. And I remember the plane landing at Roberts International Airport. And I've never ever been to an airport before where like the plane would land and then you have to like get on the bus and take you because
Hmm.
I'm so it was also new to me. But
Yeah.
like I just remember being so excited just to be like
I'm,
I
I'm
was
I'm glad they have bus now. When I was living Liberia, we didn't get in a bus. We just walked to the plane, which was a little bit of a walk. That was a long time ago though. That was I think
yeah.
back in 2007.
Okay, well now we have a brand new terminal and everything. We have buses, so
Nice.
everything is
Yep.
but yeah, not being scared at all. Like I don't like it was no fear in my heart. Like the way how everybody was, the news we're hearing just about Ebola was like like it was just dead bodies all over. That's the news we're
Yeah.
in America. So when I got here, I'm like, yeah, it was still like you could still feel that sense like something was wrong, but
Hmm.
like I was never scared. I even took a trip all the way to like where my grandmom's from. In like the like in Nimba, like I went to the places like that, and I mean, I just loved it here.
Yeah. So when you went to Liberia, did you go there as Miss Liberia or you just go there as yourself?
Okay, so when I went there, when I came to Ebola, yes, I came down as Miss Liberia USA.
Hmm.
So I think that gave me a little edge. I think during that time we didn't. I could be mistaken, but I'm sure that they didn't have a current Miss Liberia at the time because I don't remember meeting anyone. But I'm
Yeah.
sure they didn't have like a Miss Liberia that year.
So you
So
took the responsibility.
I wouldn't say I took the responsibility,
Hmm.
but I would say like I was known at that time in Liberia as Miss Liberia USA. So I mean, I came down as Miss Liberia USA, and I think people knew me as that.
Yeah.
It's weird because like even after like I said, I'm old now, and like people still will refer to those years like, oh, Miss Liberia, or Miss Liberia USA. I'm like, okay, but I
Yeah.
passed that. That was years later.
Yeah. So you went back like you went back 3 years ago. When you got there, were you regretting like, oh, did I make a mistake? I dropped everything and I come here. Did you ever have that kind of thinking like, maybe I made
Okay,
a mistake?
so this is for everybody that's trying to transition from America to Liberia, okay? It you
Mm-hmm.
never get it right on the first attempt. So if you feel like you're gonna pack your bags, well, I mean, people can. I mean, like you guys are a special case, but I didn't make it on my first attempt. So when I came out,
Don't point finger now.
but I'm just saying, like people, some people could really do it, but like
I
I
know.
know.
I'm just joking. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like I came back and I'm like doing it when after they go, I decided to stay for a little bit. Then my mom was like, "No, like you need to come back home and learn more." So I went back to America to get my license in infectious diseases and learn
Hmm.
more about Ebola. Then I came back to Liberia and tried to live, but it was so difficult for me to adjust. So
Yeah.
I had to go back to America, go back to my regular 9 to 5, and then I tried it all over again 3 years ago when President George Minor I took, got in power. I tried that again. So I've been here since then.
Yeah. So how has it been like staying after you finally decided to go there and stay there? One of the questions I wanted to ask you, though, I know our people sometimes when you are speaking standard English, they think you are speaking Siri. Even my family, they say that. Like when I'm talking to them with my raw Liberian accent right now, they just think I'm speaking Siri. So how did the people, what are some of the response that you got?
Oh, like I said, like I'm still adjusting.
Okay.
Sometimes people need to take it a little bit easy on me, just so that
Hmm.
like I said in the beginning, like I went to school in Ghana. I went to kindergarten all the way up to third grade in Ghana. From there, I went to America, and I've been in America all my life. So my accent would never
Hmm.
ever be
Yeah, the same.
perfect. My colloquial would never ever be strong because we know that when you learn language, it's easier for little
Yep.
kids to, little kids. But
Yeah.
when you're at a certain age, it's hard for you to break your
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah.
So I try as much as possible to, like speak somewhat standard English or try to fit in the colloquial, but my colloquial will never be, even if I try, will never be okay.
Yeah.
But I'm better than what I was in 2015.
Yeah. So
But
you
it's
tell
so
me
hard.
you tell me you can speak all the small colloquial name.
Say it again.
You trying to tell me you can speak all the small colloquial name.
The breaking up again. I can't hear you.
You
It's
can
like,
speak all the small colloquial name.
hold on a
You
second.
can't
Can
hear
you
me. Or maybe I should stop speaking colloquial and just speak and speak what I was speaking. Maybe you will understand me. Can you still hear me?
your connection's so bad now? You think it's my connection? Now it's your connection.
Well, it's just how you are receiving it there. Here we can understand you.
Hold on a second.
we
Can you?
we are understanding you here. With the good internet, we are getting you. I think the people are getting me too. Um, Everything is working for the live stream. Can you help me or it's bad? It's still bad.
Right now, I can't really hear. It's breaking in and
Oh,
out.
oh my, let me see. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
It's still. Can you hear me now? But you
Yeah.
could hear me.
I can hear you very clear. I'm hearing you very clear. I think some of the viewers are hearing you.
Adjust my camera. Hold on a second.
No problem. So people don't go away. This girl is coming back. We are going to have a great conversation. This girl has passion for Liberia. She's really want to do something good in Liberia, and we are going to dig into the conversation. I'm just taking it little by little. And let me just let you guys know, if you are a Liberian who has a story,
Cannot. You.
you can't hear me now? You cannot
It's
hear me?
so your connection is staticky, so I cannot really make out what you're saying.
Well, the people say they are hearing me. The people said they are hearing me. So maybe it's that you're Liberian bad internet. I am just joking, but on a serious note, I am maybe it's just breaking up. Now you are froze. So man, we were having good conversation. I hope you guys can stay on because we have so much
Hello.
coming up right now. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Hello? Hello? Now you are in the dark. She will come back. People, please be patient with us. We were having great conversation a few minutes ago, and then everything went bad. I just hope that you guys can stay on. This girl is amazing. As we go into this story, you guys will learn a lot from her. You will learn how some of the stuff and her passion for Liberia and everything. One of the good things I like about the new generation of Liberia is that people are very passionate. People want to make the difference. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Connection is still staticky. I'm here, but still like. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you very clear. Can you hear me?
I like. I can. Your connection is so staticky. So when you're speaking, it's like the mic is going in and out.
It's just that
Huh?
maybe because the internet is breaking into your place or breaking up. So
If you could
that's why
try
you
to
can.
your mic and putting your mic back on, because when you're talking, like I can't. It's like
Well, this is the thing. The people here, they can. So the people here, they can hear us. They are hearing us. they are actually hearing us. So maybe the internet there is just bad. That's why you can't hear me. But other people from different countries that have strong internet, they are hearing us very fine. The both of us.
I do not like literally. Sorry, my
No, no,
internet is
that's fine.
never bad. Like I
That's
always
fine.
boast about me having great Wi-Fi at my house. So
Mm-hmm.
I like it's really like disturbed me right now the fact that today of all day my internet is acting crazy.
Yeah, it's so unbelievable that you can hear me too, because it's like a lot of people are hearing me right now. They're
N-
telling me that I'm
Now
clear.
I can hear you.
Huh?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, really? Hmm. Interesting. But anyway, whatever you do, don't breathe, don't move. Okay. Like get back to this. One of the questions that I wanted to ask you is that what is your passion for, like, what is your goal, your dream for Liberia when it comes to Liberia?
I always had this thing, right? I always told myself I always wanted to be part of the rebuilding process of Liberia.
Hmm.
I remember my mom used to tell me these stories about what people quote unquote would say sweet Liberia. They'll be like, oh, the time, Liberia was sweet. So we didn't get well, basically during like I said, I was born during the civil crisis, so I didn't really experience or my generation, like like my peers. I mean, not my generation, but my peers. We didn't experience what our parents would call sweet Liberia. So my passion, the reason why I moved back, because I feel like I want to be part of the rebuilding process of Liberia. I want to be part of this new Liberia, the new era, where we're getting back to that sweet Liberia that our parents used to talk about.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. So one of the another question that I want to ask you: where do you see Liberia 10 to 20 years from now?
Okay, so the way things are right now, okay, I will tell you, like, I'm seeing a lot of improvement in infrastructure. I'm seeing roads being built and things like that. I feel like 10 years from now, I feel like Liberia will be on the right path to what Liberia used to be back then. Because back then, where we have places like Ducal Palace, and people used to actually come from America, different countries and stuff, and they used to vacation Liberia. 10
Mhm.
years from now, I will see us on that path to that.
Yeah.
10 years from now, I will feel like my peer, like we will be now the older, the older people here in Liberia. So I feel like, 10 years from now, definitely I can see Liberia. We're literally right now, I feel like we're heading to the right direction.
Nice. One question that I want to ask you, I don't like to go too much political, but I still ask this question. Do you have any interest in politics?
Do I have any interest in
I
politics?
I take that as yes.
No, I would actually tell you. So my dad was a politician.
Okay.
And a lot of people I hang around with, I think politics is like a thing. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I think it's a thing of Africa. Like majority, like bro, like everybody wants to talk about politics. Everyone wants to be part of politics. Like
Yeah.
I would see myself being a part of politics or even care that much about it. But what I can say is, all I want to do, I just want to be part of the rebuilding process of Liberia. I want to
Yeah.
be part, like education, good health care, taking care of, the sick or the underprivileged, like things like that. Those systems, I want us to get to the place where Liberia have system put in place. But do I care about politics? I don't know.
Yeah. People are commenting right now. So before we continue, I just want to read some of these comments, if you don't mind. This was when we were having an internet problem. Hey, Jeff and Molly, this person commented. Hey, bro, this is Oliver. I hear you both fine. That was when we were having the microphone problem. We are hearing you. That was that. Find you. They were talking to you. I'm not anybody. Find you. Yeah. So this one, yes, I heard about Sweet Liberia, and I'm upset that I didn't experience it. I feel the same as her, the same way as her. For me, yeah, this is one of my passion behind everything. When I was growing up during the war in Liberia, people used to tell me about sweet Liberia. And so for me, when I was in Liberia and then when I came to the US, I always wanted to make a difference in Liberia to create that sweet Liberia and even better Liberia. So if you didn't experience the sweet Liberia, we can still create that sweet Liberia for ourselves and our children. We can still give up because the sweet Liberia is behind us. We can create better sweet Liberia for us. Because it happened in the 70s, the 60s, doesn't mean we can't create it. We can create a sweet Liberia, my brother or sister, whoever you are. This is the 1994 born. I didn't really experience sweet Liberia, Mama Liberia. I think the sweet Liberian part of the stuff that they come, the sweet, what you said about sweet Liberia, a lot of people really it got into a lot of people. So that's a good one.
That like
Um,
every parents always talk about that. Like my mom,
yeah,
like a lot of who I am today and everything I'm doing, moving back to Liberia, it stems from my mom. Like
yeah,
I always, when I went to Ghana,
hmm,
even though we didn't live in a refugee camp, like we live in, like I had a house and everything in Dansuma, and I went to St. Martin in Park, like a good school, like a British school. But it was just something like I suffer from identity crisis
hmm,
at a young age. I didn't understand what was going on with my country, and I didn't understand
yeah,
why we had to relocate. So I remember being in Ghana, and I wanted to be everything besides Liberian.
yeah,
And I couldn't really identify with Liberia because I kept hearing this the negative, the negative, the negative. When I
yeah,
got to America, the same thing. I was glad that I was in America, but I'm like, I wanted to change my accent. I wanted to change everything. I did not want to associate myself with Liberia.
yeah,
But I remember one day, like my mom, well, my mom's Lebanese and Liberian, so she's really, on the light skinned side.
hmm,
So she's been living in America all her life. So I remember one day I asked her this question. I'm like, you've been living in America all your life. You don't even look like you're even, like African. Why are you not trying to change your accent? And my mom said this to me. She said her accent is all that she had that let people know that she's Liberian because during
yeah,
the civil rights, she lost everything.
yeah.
So she wasn't willing to change her accent and try to identify as an American or something else. Like she has so much pride in being
A
like,
Liberian.
so that kind of helped me because like literally I felt like I suffered from identity crisis, like I told you earlier. So when my
Yeah,
mom said to me, I started to, to look at myself and like, why am I
yeah,
trying to hide the fact that I'm African or Liberian or embarrassed of embarrassed of my country?
yeah,
If could feel this way, like I also need to start doing my research and find the good things in Liberia.
yeah,
From that moment on, I can't, like I lied to you not. Like I became this poor Liberian. Like I told you, I used to run track before, and then all I ever wanted to do was just represent Liberia on international. Like I don't want to represent no other country
yeah.
besides Liberia.
That's a good, I mean, that's a good mindset. I tell people all the time. I'm like, I mean, you can run for other country and make money and all of this, but at the end of the day, what are you achieving? Imagine, I tell people all the time, even some of the guys that play soccer, I try to tell them, I say, football, saying we are talking about Liberia, football. I tell them, I say, the idea of playing for USA or playing for other country and taking them going to World Cup is great for you. But imagine you playing for Liberia, qualify Liberia for the first time for World Cup. Do you know what that's going to be for your career and for the country? It's going to be a big deal. So for me, I try to encourage people all the time. I say, you have to ask yourself, at the end of the day, no matter what you do, who you represent, people will still call you African American. They will still call you a Liberian born, a Liberian background. So it's a good thing to always represent Liberia. And I'm glad that you are thinking that you figure out somehow from your mother. For me, I work with celebrities. I told you the last time I worked with people like Oprah, Alicia Keys, different people. And every time I'm out there, all I want to speak is the standard English, but I don't want to change my accent in some ways because at the end of the day, I'm from Liberia and I'm never going to change that. I can come to the United States, be US citizen or be other citizen or whatever it is. By the end of the day, I am a Liberian. And one thing I can tell people is that has some advantage in it. Whenever I'm on set, people want to people want to know where I'm from. And sometimes we will get into conversation, and then after that, people want to have my phone number, and the next thing you know, I start working with certain person and somebody. So for me, the advantage is sometimes people like you to be yourself and not pretending. Because if I was on set and telling people, maybe on a TV show or a live event or something, and I'm telling people, oh, I'm all American, I had nothing to do with Liberia, or I'm not from other country, people will see that I'm fake. But when I'm telling people I'm from Liberia, West Africa, LIB, I represent Liberia, people love that and they want to talk to me. They want to ask me questions about Liberia. And one of my friends, he's a super DJ. Recently, we were talking. He's an African American. And when I started telling him about Liberia, how blacks from the United States founded a country called Liberia, that guy got so interested that he wanted to go to Liberia to start to do anything to help, to, to create entertainment, any kind of entertainment stuff he can create, educate people about different things. He wanted to get involved in Liberia. He said a little bit different than I thought. He said, "Wow, we African American has a country in Africa that we don't know about. Well, all we thought was England, France, and all these countries ruled the entire Africa, but Liberia is a country that we founded." So I think it's better to always be yourself, and the more people get to know you, it also helps your country. And I'm glad that ain't no always. I keep telling people that. But anyway, enough about me. This isn't about me. This is about you. So your internet is still good.
Just piggyback on what you're saying,
Yeah,
and Liberia is the gateway back to Africa.
yeah,
I believe. We
yeah,
have our bicentennial year that's coming up. December going into like January and the whole year. And for
yeah.
me, is I'm pushing like a lot of Liberians that have been planning on coming back to Liberia.
Hmm.
They would take this opportunity to come, and a lot of
Yeah.
African, well, just African and African American, or just Africans, I mean, that live in America or abroad or any other country that
Hmm.
wouldn't learn more about Africa or like learn more about Liberia. They should take the opportunity to come back now. Like
Yeah.
when I returned to Liberia, for the first time, that opened so much avenue for my family because
Wow.
year later, my mom, after like probably like 20 something years or something like that, she ended up returning back to Liberia for the first time. It
Hmm.
didn't take long after, like my older sister returned back to Liberia. So my family started coming. How did I get started? It's because I'm the youngest
Yeah.
um child. Because I took that step to come back, that also inspired them. Like, well, if Melaine can come back to Liberia and she's okay, we need to go and see why Melaine, is stuck in Liberia and she doesn't want to come back, and like what's great about Liberia.
Yeah.
And that, it's because I always preach it's nothing wrong with saying, preaching about improvement or trying to make things better. Yes,
Yeah. Of course.
our country, we need to improve our country. Yes, I understand
Yeah.
that. But I want Liberia to start talking about this word, being
Yeah.
patriotic.
Yeah. That.
And
Oh, you spoke my.
really,
You're speaking my mind.
yes, I just
You.
want Liberians to be patriotic. When it
I
comes,
think.
we're when it comes to like our county, you'll see a lot of people represent a county, and I think it's a huge deal here. Where people be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm from Grand Crew, I'm from Grand Crew." Like they will
Yeah.
go back and they're proud of their county, but I want us to also be proud of our nation. I want us to be
The
proud
entire
of
country. Yeah.
Liberia, entire country.
I.
It's
I had.
separate.
I had somebody ask me once. Somebody asked me once. They're like, "You are from this county. Why didn't you? Why your YouTube channel is called Liberian TV? Because I started it's a Liberian TV before I went Liberian TV network. Why is your YouTube channel called Liberian TV?" So I told the person, I said, first of all, I'm a Liberian. And then when I return, right now, I'm a Liberian. And when I'm in Liberia, I am from that county. So at the end of the day, I just want to first represent Liberia. Then I can go with my county, and then I can go to my town, and then I can go to the village. That's just how it works. But I just wanted to create something that was diverse. And besides that, I'm a very open-minded Liberian. I don't want to. I'm everything Liberia. So I don't want to create something to say, oh, it's about the county. I grew up in Sino County, but my parents, both of my parents are from Grangeda County, and then I was born in Monrovia. So I said because of that, I grew up in Sino. I'm very open-minded. I went to Granger. I spent some time with some uncle. I understood their culture, and I spent some time in Monrovia. I understood certain things. I went to Grand Crew County with one of my uncle. I learned a lot. So because of that, I became so open minded. I have some friends from Lima County who are my best friend. I mean, every Thanksgiving Day they invite me to their house. They're the only people that I spend Thanksgiving Day with, besides my parent, my family. And so for that reason, and some of them sometimes ask me, how did you become so open-minded? I said, maybe because I went to different county when I was in Liberia, and my parents always tell me that it doesn't matter what part of Liberia you're from, you have to be open-minded. It was so senseless that during the war, people were hitting each other. And because of my parents, I think it helps you a lot. And I think we Liberian, we need to be very patriotic. We need to put Liberia first. There's nothing wrong with representing your county. There's nothing wrong with representing your village or your town, but also be patriotic. Love Liberia. Let represent Liberia, because at the end of the day, people all over the world, they will want to know about Liberia first before they go there and learn about different places. So we have to really represent Liberia. That's why when you talk about patriotism, Liberian, we lack that patriotism when it comes to we lack that. I can say that for sure. People can tell you, oh, Liberia is not my pa country. I said, no, it's your pa country, because your pa is from Liberia or your mom is from Liberia. It is one of those people, their country. I think we need to learn how to really put Liberia first. And
Yeah, and like
yeah,
for me, like everybody always like you go out and places and like where you're having a conversation with people and then you talk just negative about your own country. If you talk negative about
yeah,
your own, yes, I'm not saying like first now I can never get on life to say everything is perfect, but you know what? Everything
yeah,
is never ever gonna be perfect.
of
But
course.
you're talking to people out there and stuff from different countries, and you're only listening to all the negative things about Liberia. Guess what's going on? Those people are going to spread those news about how Liberia
Yeah,
is like this. There's nothing
yeah,
wrong with saying, okay, well, we need to have better health care. We need to have
yeah,
a better education system.
yeah.
Yes,
We
don't
need
give
we
me.
need to we need to have better sanitation. That's true. But let me tell you one thing. I live in the LA area, Los Angeles area. If you were living abroad, you see anything about America, any commercial, it's all beautiful. It's all Hollywood. Like if you when I was growing up in Liberia, America was like angel to me. But when you come to Los Angeles and you go to Skid Row, I don't know if you ever been to Los Angeles, you see Skid Row, you will say, wow, homeless stinks all over the place. There it's trash everywhere. But these people will never tell you, oh, my country is dirty. My country is this, is that. They will never tell you. They have their issue with each other, political issue, Republican, Democrat. But when they are talking to you abroad, they will tell you how beautiful their country is, how proud they. And American will take their flag everywhere, representing their country. But we Liberian, we always put our country down. We don't. We always tell different people, "Oh, that country is horrible. The traffic is this, that is that. That president, I hate him." And all of that, we keep saying all of these things without realizing that we are hurting ourselves. So yeah, you are right. We need to be very positive because other people do the same thing.
Mhm. Like there, other countries are not really gonna, like you said, they're not gonna talk about their ghettos. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not gonna put that on media. They're not gonna show that what their country. Like you said, when I was growing up here in Africa, I literally thought that you walk on the streets of America and it'll be like paved with gold because
Oh yeah.
that they put out there. So
Yeah.
that's, we're teaching, like, someone told me that, oh, America, the streets is gold and everything like that. So that's what I believe in. So I just feel like if we start talking more good things about our country, the good news will go out there. What I think my
Yeah.
mommy said, if their house don't, what is there something about,
If the house don't sell you, the street will not buy you.
yeah, it's that. So yeah, I'm still learning the little saying.
Hey, trust me, I've been in America forever, but I still keep my little colloquy going. If the
Yeah,
house not sell you, the street will not buy you.
exactly. For me, I just feel like we should put a lot more. We should focus more on those things and not on
Mhm.
the negative. especially when people just say bad, like it. When you're not patriotic and you act like, okay, well, I don't care about my country or whatever. You're not Liberian. I feel like those things bring segregation.
Yeah, that's true.
It does not promote unity whatsoever.
That is
And
true.
I'm a strong advocate of unity here in Liberia. Just say once you're a Liberian, I don't care if you have 5% inside of you, or your mom's from here, or you didn't grow up in Liberia. Like, I think that to rebuild Liberia, it's not going to take one set of people. It's saying Liberian all over. We need to unite and rebuild our country.
We have to.
Oh, and I'm only talking about this because for me, like, it's no secret. Yes, like I said before, like, I didn't grow up in Liberia. Yes, I was not here during the wartime.
Yeah.
Yes, my dad's from River G. My grandma's from Nimba. I have, my grandfather on my mother's side is Lebanese. I
Mm,
get all that when people say, "Oh, Melinda's not Liberian."
yeah. No, you are fully
I
Liberian.
like I take offense to that so much because when I first
Yeah.
got into this country, I remember being sorry to say, I remember being on a Henry Costa show and he like gave me a platform, to come and talk about all the great things I've been doing like there. I was so excited to tell people I came back to came back during Ebola time. I'm talking and literally all people cared was well they'll call and ask them this question like, are you American? Or what kind of passport you have? Like though I know those are important topics,
Yeah.
but for someone who was young at the time, coming and so excited to be part of Liberia, and you guys wanted me to, like almost they wanted me to I'd say to identify myself with one group of people, and they wanted me to
Yeah.
basically say that I don't care about America, and I'm like, no, like I appreciate the fact that I grew up in
Yeah.
Ghana. I will never
I
take that.
I give you credit. I give you credit
Yeah,
as a person who went through all of that and you still didn't give up and you settled down in Liberia because I mean it takes a lot. I'm not one of those guys that will go to Liberia. Maybe I go on a radio show and people say that because I'm 100% Liberian, but to have a Lebanese background and you go on radio show and people are saying all of these things and you
yeah.
still didn't give up and you still wanted to do good in Liberia. You know what? I'm a big fan of you. I'm a big fan.
When I tell you they tore me apart, they tore me apart. Like I
Wow.
was so, and I'm in tears because I'm like, I didn't think people cared that much. I'm like,
Mhm.
it never made sense to me because I'm like, growing up, when I ran track, I was good enough. Like I said to you, like, I even got a scholarship to go, to run track in college. I was
Yeah.
good. I was a pole
Yeah.
vaulter. And I
Yeah.
never ever thought to run for America or any other country. All I wanted
Yeah.
to do was Liberia and like raise my
Liberia.
flag.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait to come to Liberia. And then I come to Liberia and I thought I was going to get this open arm, like, oh, welcome to your country. We're glad for you to
Yeah.
come. And they were not happy for me to be back.
And I think
And
that's it. I gotta be on. Let me say this: these are the close-minded Liberians because people like myself or other people that I know, they will never say that to you. Because for me, when I'm looking at you, anybody who want to do something in Liberia, who want to be part of Liberia, who even have the guts to go back home and settle there. I care about Liberia. Every day I eat, drink, sleep Liberia. People that know me in the US, they will tell you the same thing. But I haven't made that decision that you made a few years back. So I really take my hat off to you that everything you went through and you say, you know what, I'm still gonna settle down here. But one thing I can tell you, if they tell you you're not real Liberian, say yeah, they're your business.
no, but they like literally. This is even now in 2021. Like now, present days, people I still like. They're like, "Oh, the American girl,"
Hmm.
or they will still like just put me in this category as being American. And I tell people
Yeah,
all the time, I think Ghana, we were
yeah,
called refugees. Okay, we they didn't look at Liberians as part of them. We were refugees. When I got
yeah,
to America, I don't care what I did. I don't care if I changed my accent. I don't care how light skinned I was or how I
yeah.
tried to fit dress. I would never be American enough for the
No, you
Americans.
will never be. Yeah,
So when I come back home and I'm like, I'm a Liberian and this is where my mother's from, this is where I was born, I really thought I was going to get an open a welcome.
yeah,
A lot of I really didn't get that whatsoever. But like
yeah,
that break me because I'm like, you know what? I'm from Liberia. Y'all,
yeah,
one thing take away from me. It's a
Yeah.
simple fact. I consider myself as a Liberian, so I don't
Yeah.
care if y'all say you're American or whatever it is. I will always be grateful for America. I always be grateful for
Yeah.
my parents
Yeah, of
because
course.
they gave me an opportunity when I was younger. They gave me an opportunity for safety because I was
Yeah.
going through the crisis. They gave me education.
Yeah.
They chose that for me to go to America, and I'm appreciative to my mom and my dad. I'm also appreciative of America because America gave me that.
Yeah.
But when America gave me that, the most important thing is where I am now. I decided to take that and bring it
Mm-hmm.
back to Liberia. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's the focus that people should. That's the only thing people should be focused on. And they shouldn't be focused and talk to me about, oh, you're American. You no, no, no. Like where I am,
Yeah.
where am I? During Ebola time, when a lot of people are running out of this country, and
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So that tell people where my heart resides.
Yeah, let me read some of the comments. Well, before we continue, I mean, I just like talking to you right now as a patriotic Liberian. I mean,
I just have
it's kind of the one good thing I like about the current generation is that we really care about our country. There are a lot of young people who want to make the difference. And so let me read these comments, then we can continue. This one is say, I was raised up in Listen, Michigan, and I can't wait to settle back home in Liberia to experience the Liberian dream. This person, beautiful lady, it's you again. It's not me.
thank
This one, Liberia is all we got. Let's promote it and develop her. Good vibes. People are really liking you. I see a lot of people online right now. I'm gonna bother you a lot to come on my show. Really. Good interview. Keep it coming. Yep, keep it coming. Melaine, people are liking you. Liberian women are beautiful, unique in their own ways, especially when they are educated. That's true. That's why on this channel, I promote guys and girls, but I like to see young, smart, brilliant women who are making something of themselves. For me, it's personal. I think I've told that story before. When my father and my mother was growing up, people they educated my father and my mother, my auntie, it's not my mother, but my auntie, she wasn't educated because they said that she was a girl and she would get married and get a different family. So, is that my audio? And so what happened was, after that, when my auntie told me the story how she wasn't educated because she was a girl, and they educated my father, and he made his way in the United States and all of that. From that time, I make it personal to really support girls who are educated, or if I can even make a difference in Liberia to educate people, girls, I would really do that. So it's personal. When I see smart girl like yourself or other people, it's very personal to me. Anyway, I went a little bit deep. Let me continue this story. Let me continue on
I'm
this
trying
and
to
these
move
questions.
around. I'm sorry. I'm
Hello?
trying to move around because my internet is acting crazy again. So I'm like trying to
Oh,
move around.
really?
Yes, guys. Let me tell you, I cannot be on this live and trying to promote how great Liberia is, and my internet is acting crazy. Trust me,
Yeah.
normally my internet it's good internet, so I just don't know what's going on today. I really do
I think
apologize.
you are doing good right now.
Okay, I think also because it's raining a little bit outside right
Yeah.
now. We are
Hmm.
into the rainy season, so sometimes when it rains, it messes with the connection as well. So I really apologize.
No, you're doing good. I think we are having great conversation, and our viewers they are getting involved. I mean, they are hearing you, and it's better than when we first started. So that's a good thing. But let me continue to do this. Um, you good, girl. The people are saying stuff about you.
Thank
You are
you.
Liberian, no matter what they say. You are Liberian, no matter what they say. Don't
I
listen to them.
appreciate it.
There's some close-minded Liberians we have. At the end of the day, nobody is Liberian more than you. I would say that for sure.
Thank
Um,
you.
my girl, you good. They are just encouraging you they're telling you that whatever the people are saying, don't listen to them. So my question to you is that now that you've been in Liberia for over 3 years, what are some of the good and bad things you can say about Liberia? It's okay to say, oh, this is what I don't like, this is what I like.
Okay. I know this, like you guys don't judge me on this, but
No, nobody gonna judge
one
you.
thing, okay, so I'm only speaking because I just want people to know, especially speaking of point, like when you're transition to like America from abroad to Liberia, what to, like what to look at. In America, like everything is structured. So we are
Mhm,
created to know that everything is structured. Like, so when you come to a country where sometimes things are not structured,
mhm,
it's very difficult for you to be able to function like that. I think that would be one of my dislike because like the way you'll get things, okay, let's say if I went to somewhere or I needed some kind of documentation, whatever it is, like the same process I would get it will be another process how you would get it. And sometimes it's hard for me because I'm so used to being structured because everything is supposed to be like, black and white.
yeah.
So when I come here and things are not like that, it's
Mhm,
a little bit hard for me.
yeah.
So I would say that's one of my dislike.
Mhm.
And I would say I'm actually trying to find the things that I'm trying to think of things that I dislike about Liberia.
Yes.
Okay. I would say okay.
How about the
Once
traffic?
again, don't judge me on this for me to say this. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the lights, right? And it's just I'm only basing on this because like I grew up, you guys look at my background. Like I grew up in America my whole entire life, and I understand that people go, there are people that are living now that might not have those amenities, right? That grew up, and I thank God, and that doesn't make me, like I don't want people to take this the wrong way. What I'm about to say, right?
Yeah.
In America, normally you have lights all the time.
Yeah.
When
No,
your lights
I
cut
think I said
off,
that from the beginning. Nobody gonna
yeah.
judge you.
When your lights cut off in America, that means you have just hit rock bottom.
Like that call Edison.
Yes. So it's like you no, it's like when your lights are off, that means you have literally hit rock bottom in America.
Yeah.
Like when they turn your lights off. So
Mhm.
when I'm here and the lights go off, that split second from my lights being off and then they turn it on the generator or something like that, I can be having a nervous breakdown because it's not because I'm in darkness, right? It's because the mindset I grew up in
Yeah.
that tells me that once your lights go off or you don't have heat, lights and heat, like those two things, you have literally hit rock bottom. So like
Yep.
it doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to adjust to that.
Mhm.
The traffic here in Liberia is bad, but I would say again the traffic everywhere is bad. You have rush hour in all countries. It's bad
Of
in
course.
Atlanta, it's bad
I
in
live in
California, it's
I
bad in
live in LA
Philly.
for God's sake.
Yeah. So lights, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm sorry guys, I have to hold my phone in such a position so the internet doesn't drop.
Mhm.
Sorry. Um, but like I said, the traffic doesn't, I mean, it bothered me, but like I won't consider that as a dislike because I could go to another country right now. I'm still gonna have to deal with traffic.
Mhm.
Um, the things that I like, okay, I like how people like you get to see your family. You get to see your next door neighbor.
Yeah.
When I live in America, normally you'll not know your neighbor
Yep. That's true.
or you'll not know the people, like everyone that's around you. One thing
Yeah.
I love about Liberians, we love people.
Yeah.
We love to just talk to people. So like you're gonna know the people around you. Whether they'll come knocking at your door, but oh, can I borrow this? Or you'll go knocking at their door, can I borrow? I like that idea. I like
Yeah.
to know the fact where is when I live in America, sometimes my working schedule, my mom working schedule, when I'm coming in, she's leaving. So, but yeah, in Liberia, you get to see
Yeah.
people.
That's
You
true.
get, so I honestly I enjoy that fact.
Yeah.
And then one thing I enjoy about us as Liberians, we're gonna have fun no matter what.
Yep.
You can be broke or no. We
Yeah.
are
You
the
can be
most
poor. That
and you
I
will
tell
still
you, that's one of the good thing I
and
miss
people
about
will still
Liberia.
ball, okay?
That's one of the good
Everything
thing.
is a
That's one of the good thing I miss about Liberia. I tell people all the time. Sometimes somebody will tell me, "Oh, I'm worried. The new iPhone that is in town. I can't have it. My boyfriend is telling me that we should wait a little bit and save some money." So I always look at them. Or my girlfriend said we shouldn't, or my wife said we shouldn't buy the new iPhone because we have to save money. I tell them like, are you worried about not having a new iPhone in town? When I was back home, we worried about what we would eat for our belly to our
No,
belly to be
listen.
full. And once our belly was full, we would lose.
People are gonna have fun no matter what. Okay, we are
Yeah,
so we are happy Liberians, and like we're happy people.
yeah,
Nobody know how to have fun more than Liberian. I want hands down, like everything will be falling apart. But once
yeah,
you get off work, by 12 o'clock, everybody's willing. Like we make light of things.
yeah,
It might be, from coming from, like our civil crisis to where like
yeah,
we had to find things to make ourselves happy. But the
yeah.
one thing I would say to Liberians, we're gonna have fun no matter what, and I
That's true.
love that.
That is true. Before we continue, let me say this. There's one of my friends joining in. Hello, just joining in. Success Nation. She's a big fan of Liberian TV Network. Every time she comes on, I always recognize her. Before we continue, I just want to read some of the comments to you so you know. The interview is very insightful, and I like the way he asked the question. Finally, somebody said something about me. But please say this about this girl, this young lady. She's very smart. I can see that already. Very smart and very patriotic. She love Liberia. Please, you should give her a compliment. And one thing I can tell you though, on my channel, we are very supportive. One thing I
I
know is
can
that
see.
all that nonsense that you are getting in like with from some Liberians saying that you're not real Liberian, you're not gonna get this on the channel. People read it, they
I
are
was
very supportive.
nervous.
Yeah.
I
And
haven't done an
so
interview in a long time, so I was actually nervous to come on here because I'm always afraid.
oh no, you good. You see, that's why I like to talk to people ahead of time before interview. Like what I did the last time we had a good conversation. I asked you a few questions, so at least I know a little bit about you. And sometimes I try to do these little jokes to make people relax and comfortable. So you are doing incredible job. Um, so let me jump into the other the other comments. Not only you, a lot of Liberians back home attack Liberians returning home. I experienced a little bit of that in 2019 being there. They look at me, they look at you funny when you speak. Well, I can't say that they hate you for that. It's just that you sound a little bit different. When I was back home, when you were American, you were speaking, I say, oh, the man speaking Siri. So sometimes it's not that they hate you. I'm not defending those people, but it's not like they hate you. It just means that you sound a little bit different. And people sometimes just look at you like, what's up with this person? But at the end of the day, there are some close-minded Liberians that will tell you things that you don't want to hear. So there's something. So if you go back home, if I go back home right now and start speaking, people will think that, oh, what's up with you, man? A few years back, you were speaking colloquial. What are you speaking now? People will tell me the kind of stuff. So it's something I'm prepared for, and I can't wait to go home, no matter what. Um, Good interview. He is very insightful about the question he asked. Please, people, nice about me. Ask questions about my guest. Say good thing about her. Be nice to her. She's great. She is amazing. Um, thanks very, thanks very much for all the sacrifice you are making for our country. Yes, that is actually for you. Liberia was a very sweet. Growing up in Bong County, like people came from Guinea for healthcare, safety, and many things. So this quite the comment is actually for you about the sacrifices you are making, the sacrifice you made to go back home and settle down. This person, you are a Liberian mama. It is for you too. So I tell you, my channel, that's one good thing I like about my viewers, my subscribers. They are very supportive. After you said something about what you had to go through when you first went there, that's what they are commenting is Former Miss Liberia is beautiful. I like that open teeth. Yep, somebody is
Thank
looking
you.
everything you are saying, they said everything you're saying, their ear closed. They said they are only looking at OPT. And you are not afraid to show it too.
I know, because I think I smile too much.
uh, bro, I enjoy your show. Thank you. But please, y'all go to the gate. I heard doing good job, my people. Y'all wanna be giving me all the compliment, my people. I always in your face. Dadeke Chikanyechi doing good job already. I think the people really like you on my channel. I mean, they are commenting. The comments are coming. They are supporting you with everything you're saying. One of the questions that I want to ask you though, how was it growing up in the US? I know when I came here in 2007, it was a little bit different. And of course, I live in California, but the part of California that I live was Orange County. At that time, when you tell people that you live in Orange County, they're all white people. You have few Mexican to see one black person was hard. So I came across people that would say things about Africa. Sometimes they ask me, how was it? Somebody will come to me, ask me a question. How was it chasing the lions and the elephant? And the first of all, when I was in Liberia, I never came across any lion. It was very frustrating. So for you, I mean, as a child I was growing up. I was grown guy, so I could handle it. As a child growing up, how did you? How was it like?
I'll be completely honest with you. When it came to school, I kind of never really fitted in growing in America, like in an early stage, for a couple of reasons, right? And one of the biggest reasons is not only because people made fun of me because I was African.
Mm-hmm.
My education was okay. So I wasn't on a level in math and reading and phonics like I needed to be because of being born during the civil crisis, had to stop, go to Nigeria, come back, go to Ghana, change schools, go here and there. So it's like it was always that break in my education. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that people, my peers, my age can, I mean, they will probably feel the same way I felt growing up. Because of that reason, my math skills was not where it needed to be at that age when I was in the third grade. My
Mm-hmm.
reading skills was not where it needed to be. My phonics skills was not where it needed to be. So I always was not the brightest or the in a class. So I always struggled in school. When I first got to America, added on the fact that I was African. I mean, at least I had a little bit because I went to British school in Ghana, so I had a little bit of that British accent, but still, I was African. So people were asking me these weird questions, and it was always funny to me because they would like asking bad things about Africa, and I'm like, wait a minute, like when I used to go to school, we had a driver that used to take me to school. We had someone that was, had a nurse in the house that was taking care of me, and then somebody's asking me, am I lying on how like living with like lions and zebras, and they're asking me a question
Yeah.
like that, and I just felt like I'm living a way better life than y'all living in America. What are you talking about? Like, I'm
Yeah.
having someone drive me to school every single day. I don't even make
Yeah.
up my bed because I have, a nurse in the house, and you're asking me. And
Mm-hmm.
like, it was so shocking to me because technically, in Liberia, like, if you live at home, a lot of people have
Yeah.
drivers and nurse and things like that. So I come to Africa in America, and they're asking me these silly questions, and they thought it was gonna hurt my feelings, but it never hurt my feelings because I always felt like, yeah, I live in America, but I mean, Liberia, Africa, yeah, who is way better than America. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I
That's
always
true.
felt that way, but it was always the bullying. And to be honest with you, it was never ever the typical white man. When I say white, I mean Caucasian, like the fair skin. It
Yeah.
was never them.
Yes.
It was my
Yeah.
fellow African American, the black people.
That is
They
true.
will
Actually,
ask
you are
me.
right. Yeah.
They will
I've
ask me the
never
most insulting.
I never heard any white person ask me question. How was it chasing zebra? It
Yeah.
would never white person asking me that question. There's a question before we continue this. There's a question somebody asked. I will never ask you this question because I respect people's privacy, but I have to ask it. And if you don't want to answer, just say
Oh
pass, and
God.
we will laugh about it and move on. Nobody gonna judge you. This person asked you, former Miss Liberia, are you single or taking? Because your beauty is killing me, from a man perspective.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So I do have a significant other. Which yes, I do have a significant other. So that would be I'm taken.
Sorry for the disappointment, mighty power. Sorry to disappoint you. I know you'll be sad. Please don't go away. Keep watching.
But thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think this person he had a little celebrity crush. You are the celebrity. He has that kind of crush. Like people do that. People see Alicia Keys, Rihanna, or other people. They have their little crush. I was on a show recently at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hill, and I was working with somebody that is very famous. And one of my friends had that crush, and she was like, "Oh wow, I can't believe you're working with that person." So it's just like that. You're a celebrity. You expect people to always have crush on you. Whoever that significant other is, don't worry. Your girl said that she's taking. Nobody gonna send her email or anything.
But he's
Anyway,
really good. So he doesn't really like, he's very supportive. So I think when you date someone that's in a
hmm
limelight,
hmm
you somewhat have to adjust your, like adjust yourself to a lot of
yeah,
things. And he's really good at that because he always tell people like, oh well, I met my girl, on the stage.
mm,
So he adjusts, and it's almost as a compliment to him. Like he doesn't get offended by it whatsoever.
yeah,
But the thing that's the weirdest thing ever, people sometimes will see me and they forget like Miss Liberia USA and me doing pageants and stuff and the Melaine are two completely different people.
yeah,
And when I go out and I'm representing like if I go out and people invite me somewhere as Miss Liberia USA, right? You're getting Miss Liberia USA or you're getting
yeah,
a pageant queen.
yeah.
That person and Melaine are completely two different people. Melaine, it's I don't really like to take pictures. I don't really like the spotlight. I'm very low key. I think we were talking earlier. I told you that I used to be a tomboy. I like
hmm
sports. Like those are things I like. I barely like wearing makeup or getting my hair done. That's how I was growing up. But
yeah.
I had to adjust my role as Miss Liberia. So sometimes people think that I should almost be perfect all the no, I'm still human. Yes, I'm a beauty queen. Well, ex beauty queen. I understand that, but I'm human. You don't expect me to be perfect all
Of
the
course.
time.
Yeah, we said that all the time. Like it's like it doesn't matter. The person is a celebrity, but they're still a human being. They got to live their life.
Yes.
But let me say this before while we are talking. I have so many questions, but I don't know how long you have because if I feel like I want to run through the question, but at the same time the conversation is so good and my
No, run
viewers
to your
are
question is
liking this.
fine.
It's like I want to like when we were little, they gave us food and certain things that you really like and you want to mix with it little by little. That's just how I feel. I just want to I just want to roll with the flow. The conversation is great so far. I
No,
prepared certain question that I really wanted to ask, but
no,
then I
ask.
realized that the viewers are asking questions, and I have all these questions still there. Like, for example, what really inspired you to want to be part to be like Miss Liberia USA?
Okay, so I'll tell you this. Okay, my mom, she only have like two kids. My older sister, we're 2 years apart. And growing up, my older sister used to play with Barbies, and like I used to cut the Barbie hair, like the doll baby. I would go and take her doll baby and cut the the Barbie hair. And she was into pageant. If you see her, she's really tall, skinny. You just look at her, she looks like a beauty queen. And I was never into that. I was a tomboy. Like I said, I always used to have my hair cut. Matter of fact, my dad calls me Moses because that's his name. He calls me
Hmm.
Moses.
Let's
My
see.
family calls me no. Yeah, my family calls
Because
me
you used
a
to cut your
boy.
hair.
My hair was always low,
Okay.
like always low. Like I never had hair. I never liked to wear earrings. I never liked to put on dresses. Like I just hated that. And I used to run track. I just wanted to play sports. I was a boy. I liked to play soccer. I
Yeah.
ran track. I started running track since I was little, in third grade. And I remember being in high school and always told myself that I would represent Liberia at the Olympics. That's my whole dream that I want to do. Education in school was not my priority. I wouldn't even lie to you at that age, but it was more like I'm just here because this is my ticket to represent Liberia at the Olympics. And I remember at a track meet, I had pulled my hamstring. If you're an athlete, you know how this is. I pulled my hamstring 3 times, and my trainer kept telling me, I need to stay off the track. I need to rest. But because, I needed to support my team, I made a silly decision at a track meet to run on one of the relays. And I ended up tearing my hamstring in a 100 meter. And once I tore my hamstring, like it was hard for me to come back to run track. I felt like I went through depression because I felt like my only dream that I have, to represent Liberia, have this platform, was taken away from me.
Mm.
Even though I tried, I still got better, but I wasn't good enough to go to the Olympics. Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
I tried, I probably could, but I was good enough to go to college with it. So I remember one day, I used to go to the Miss Liberia pageant every year just to go. My sister and I would go. Every year I used to go to the Miss Liberia pageant. And I remember being in the audience and this lady turning around to me because it's almost, I could guess who the winner was all the time. The lady
Wow.
turned around to me. She said, "You're really beautiful. I can see as Miss Liberia one day." And I thought she was really, really crazy.
I think
And I'm
my
like,
viewers can
"Me?"
agree to that.
Thank you. So she was like, "I think it'd be Miss Liberia one day you could do this." And I thought she was like really, really crazy. I'm like, "Me never." Like, on stage wearing heels and like getting my hair like, no, 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 thank you. But when I tore my hamstring and I needed another platform to represent Liberia, so I woke up one day and I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I think I can win Miss Liberia USA." She was like, it was strange to her because like that's a girly kind of thing, and I'm not a girly girl. I'm like a tomboy, like I said. But we came up with this idea. She said, if you can pass all your classes, I will support you in Miss Liberia. So that was our
Wow.
deal. So I end up, doing really good in school only because I wanted to do Miss Liberia.
Miss Liberia.
Um,
Anything
because I
for
wanted a
our
platform.
Mama Liberia, huh?
Yeah, so because I just needed a platform. It wasn't because I cared about being a beauty queen. No,
Yeah.
I'm not a beauty queen whatsoever. I never really cared about that. I just needed a platform, and that was another opportunity. And I represent the state of Delaware, and I end up winning.
Wow.
I actually didn't think I was gonna win, to be honest with you, because that was my first pageant ever. But
And
I
then
ended up winning this.
you got crowned by my good friend, Patient Noah.
Yeah, so she crowned me. Like I was really excited that day. Like, and I think my life changed. My To be honest with you, the day she put that crown on my head, it's like I did a complete 360. My life changed. It's like I went
Wow.
to sleep and I woke up a different person. I
Wow.
felt like I had a passion, right? And I remember the next day, we went somewhere and then I was eating like, and then the guy we just kept taking my picture. Right there, I realized that every moment in life matter because you never know who's
Yeah,
watching. And
that's
that little
true.
girl went up to me and said to me, she's like, "I want to be just like you." I'm like, "Me? You want to be just like me? I don't even have my life together." Like, girl, what are you
You
talking about?
influence somebody.
Yes, I'm like, "What are you talking about, little girl? Like, you don't want to be like me. Like, I'm I'm that I'm that child where people said that she was gonna have a child at an early age, like
Yeah.
she wasn't gonna graduate, she wasn't gonna be nothing. I was everything negative that people would say
The
about a
wrong.
child.
Yeah.
I was that. So for if someone look at me and tell me they want to be just like me, I'm like, no, 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 I can't be nobody role model.
Yeah.
But when I say that every single day, I build like it's like I had to build myself up.
Yeah.
And now I do look at myself as a role model because, like, a role model is not someone who's perfect. A role model is someone who has fallen a million times. But guess
Yeah.
what? You pick yourself up every single time. So now, you
Yeah.
know what I do? I can show people when I go to talk to kids and stuff like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm not perfect. I have to tell them
Yeah.
about where I started from. I say, I started from rock bottom, but rock
Yeah.
bottom became a solid foundation, which I rebuilt my life. So, and if I can do it,
Yeah. You
anybody
can
else
do it.
can do it. Yeah. So I mean
That's
that's
good.
basically how that's basically how I started.
That's very inspiring. I mean, it's very inspiring. I think you already said a little part of this, but I still want to ask the question. How did you get in touch with the United Nations, or how did they get in touch with you to represent
Okay.
Liberia as a
Okay.
Miss Liberia United Nations?
A large part of my platform, like I told you, was like it was I was it was I think I was just like a blessing because right when I became Miss Liberia USA, it didn't take long Ebola happened.
Mm-hmm.
So even though that was not my platform was child advocacy, but
Mm-hmm.
Ebola kind of it gave me a platform. So when I started talking about anti-bullying, I started doing a lot of work. My travel back to Liberia. So people started seeing my work on social, on social media, and started seeing the things that I can do. So I had a guy, I think his name is his name is DJ Asabo. He resided in Liberia. They were
Hmm.
looking for someone to represent Liberia at the Miss United Nations. They had Liberia had never ever been at the United Nations pageant before,
Wow.
so they nominated me. And when they nominated me, the organizer of Miss United Nation had to go through a vetting process. So they go through this whole thing where they're not in contact with you, but what they're doing is they're just looking at you, doing their research on you. So it took a while, and then somebody, from the organization from in Jamaica, they called me. They said, you have been nominated. We want you to represent Liberia. At first, I was really, really nervous because I'm like, United Nations pageant. That seems very difficult. Like,
Yeah.
but it was really good. Like I had got all the support. Like, may her soul rest in peace. Honorable Mona Pennell, like she was one
Oh
of my
yeah.
supporters.
That
Like the
That's
help.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
She was an incredible person. I mean, Liberia. That was a big loss for for Liberia. I mean, when she
Yeah.
passed, I felt bad too because she's. I like to see, like I said, I don't. It's not just about women, but young people, and getting involved in doing good thing for their country. And she was one of those person that was very outspoken. It for me, it doesn't matter which party you support. I just would like to see somebody who want to put our country first. And I used to see that this like young lady where she used to have passion for Liberia. She wanted good thing out of Liberia. Before we continue, I just want to read some of these comments to you. I think this one is I love Liberia so much. If you don't mind, how old are you? You don't have to say it. It's up to
I mean, I
you.
said it earlier. I'm
Yeah.
32. I just turned 32.
She's 32, so yeah, y'all know now. Good. Just wanted to know. That was the part when he asked you, that's my homeboy Mighty Power. He's now saying, okay, you know why? I know now she got somebody, so I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna trip. Thank you, Mighty Power, for your understanding. That's Meg Cho. He said, thank you. I just wanted to know. No big deal. Um, great show. Please bring back the young woman to change Liberians' mindset. Congratulations. So people really like you. They really like how you were talking and everything. I'm a big fan of you now from today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, powerful statement. Thank you. I think when this comment came when you were talking about how you became Miss Liberia USA.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow, so beautiful, Miss Liberia. People think not people think people are saying you are beautiful. That's a
thank
good
you.
thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. One of the questions that I want to ask you, while you are in Liberia now, what are some of the stuff that you are involved in to make the difference on your own turf? It's up to you what are you
Okay,
going to say.
so
Yeah.
I do have started a nonprofit. It's called Let's Help. That we just do a lot of donations around. I do a
Let
lot of
help.
public.
Is it
It's
called
called
let help?
Let's Help. Let's Help.
Less
Like
like LESS
L E
or
yeah LET. Let's Help.
okay.
And then I do have my own consultancy firm. It's called Links
Mm,
LYNX. We do a lot of work when it comes to do with tourism, and
mm.
also I'm really big in the pageant, like this pageant in the modern world here in Liberia, or with my company. So I have a lot of people where you see, like, I'll help train and stuff for them to go to international pageants. I'll help just give them a platform. Right now, I'm also the pageant union in Liberia. I'm the president of the pageant union in Liberia.
Wow.
Not only that, like, I actually have a real job. I
But
work at.
all of those jobs are amazing job. They are great job. I was about to ask you, with all the job because I talked to you, I spoke with you before this interview, but I wanted to tell you all the jobs that you were talking about. Are you working the other job? That's what I
Yeah,
wanted
I know. So okay, so I work at the airport, Rappers International Airport. I work there as well. I coordinate the terminal. One of the managers there at the airport. My days, trust me, my days are
to.
busy 24. It's hectic, it's busy. So I'm trying to just schedule things the way I used to, like, like talk to like my clients and stuff a lot one on one and help them, train them and stuff like that. I'm unable to do that. Yes, I have people that's working with me as well to help them, but I'm unable to do that a lot of times because I work all okay. So a lot of people who don't know Liberia might not know. So my job's all the way in Magibi, another
Hmm.
county, and I live here in Cinco.
In case you don't know, Sincor is in Moserado County,
Yes. Oh,
and the
actually, it's
airport,
much
the
better.
Barber International Airport, is in Magidi County. So it's a
So literally, it's like
long drive.
during traffic time, it takes me a little bit, like hour and like 20 minutes to get to work, like in the morning. Cause I
Mhm.
don't run into traffic that much, but just it would take me that long. So I have a long commute every single day. So things are very hard for me. But I'm trying to find a balance in it because I love aviation. Trust me, I love
Mm.
aviation. But
Really
also I love aviation.
nice.
Um, and trust me, a secret, like I'm terrified of flying. I don't understand how I love aviation.
Really, you
I
love it, but you don't like to fly.
and mind you, I take about 6 trips to America every year, but I hate to fly. So any
Now it's all understandable why you went to. I know you have passion for Liberia, but it's all understandable why you went to Liberia. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm thinking about taking that jet to go to go to Ghana, to go to South Africa. I'm just gonna stay here. Have you done stuff like that?
like take a jet
To
as a
fly
private
somewhere
plane.
to the local, like to go to to go to other African countries.
Yeah, so yeah, I spent my birthday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to travel far from my birthday. But I did spend my birthday in Ghana this year.
Oh,
So
okay,
I mean, it
that's
was just
nice.
a 2 hours flight, just. But I was there in Ghana. Ghana's where I travel a lot of times. So, but I have been to other African country around here. But like I said, I'm not a big. I don't like to. I would get on planes. I travel a lot. But yes, that's one of my fear.
Yeah. Somebody just commented, "Hello, my people. I have been waiting for this interview saying yesterday, but I missed the beginning." You can always watch it from the start. This young lady, she's been amazing. Like I tell you, not everybody that I'm a big fan of, but I like to see good things in good people. And she's inspired me. I've been thinking, I was planning on going to Liberia. Oh, I'm still planning, but I'm not 100% sure going to Liberia in December, but because of COVID, so I didn't work over the years. I think it took me like 1.5 years. So when things open up, I've been so busy. I work for myself, but I have a lot of jobs that I have to deal with. And so for that reason, I'm thinking, man, I want to go to Liberia, but I want to make some money. I don't want to go back home. And other people say to me, give me $5. And I say, I don't have nothing. All my uncle and my auntie then asking me, give me $5. And I say, I don't have nothing. So I want to work a little bit, save some money, and then go to Liberia. But yeah, this young lady, she's doing amazing job. I mean, you really inspire me. I really want to fly to Liberia and just
You
say, you know what,
should.
and
It's
just say
the
people,
bicentennial
yeah,
year. So
and
I'm
just say
literally
all
I
my
think
fellow, I want to say all my fellow American Liberians or people who lives in America and went back to Liberia. I want to hang out here. I want to have a good time. You guys tell me what I need to do here. Something, yeah, go
and
back
there
home.
so like we have great tourism. Okay. Great tourism sites that when people come, and I feel bad sometimes when we come from America or come from abroad, we come here, we don't visit our own tourism sites. We'll just come, we sit in the city and things like that. But we have great tourism sites that I hope that we'll be able to showcase this, the year of the return that we're upcoming, and people know those tourism sites. So when they come
I
here,
wanted to
they'll
ask you
take those
about that.
trips.
So that's good that you brought it up.
Yeah. They'll take
Yeah,
these trips. They'll go to Patawi Waterfall. They'll go see things around. Like they'll go to the Blue Lake. We have a lot of other things. And if
yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the next couple of weeks, the Ministry of Information, Culture, Fashion, and Tourism will put up a list to let people know all the tourism sites that we're coming. Because this year is
Mhm.
gonna be a big year for Liberia.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend, one of my friend, her name is Zawadi M. She been talking about that. She been promoting that because she is well, she's in close connection with the person called Dr. Oh, I forgot her name. The lady who is organizing that, she's one of the person in the US that been
Yeah, I think.
feeding.
Yeah, I think when you're talking from, she's from Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Atlanta, and my friends at YDM been talking about that lady, and she been saying that they've been promoting that, and it's going to be different more than ever before. And I just hope this brings a lot of jobs to a lot of businesses to Liberia, and it gives a lot of people jobs. But before we continue, I just want to I want to put the question up there. So if you have any question, if you have any answer, are there any Liberian aircrafts or airlines?
At this moment, I do know that the government was working on an airline that will become, but
Mhm.
at this moment, we only have the local airlines that that fly into the country.
Is that a Liberian airline or just an airline from different place?
Um, well, you say it's a Liberian airline? No,
It's
like
a
we have like a regular Brussels, Ascot, Air
okay.
France. Yeah,
Yeah. How
we
is
have.
okay? Wow, that's something. That's something good. One of the questions that I want to ask you: what are some of your secret spots if somebody go to Liberia that they need to hang out? Some of the hangout spot. Because for me, I live in LA. I live in a big city. I want to go over there and say I'm free because it's a different thing living in America. It's a different thing going to Africa where you feel like I'm in my country. I want to have some fun. I'll be there for business, but at the same time, I want to go hang out. I want to go to some cool places, eat some good dinner or lunch, and some places that you can go and have some fun.
Yeah, so I'm really okay. So I'm not a big party like person whatsoever, like, but I
Hmm.
like food.
Yeah.
And we have this cigar bar that just opened up, right? I know, like it's called Savi, right?
Okay.
And
Savvy.
it's like Savi. It's a Liberian owned business.
Wow.
So, but the chef there, let me tell you, even if
Horrible.
I don't go, I can order the food to my house. Like they have Savvy have like one of the best foods. My favorite food there is dry rice. They're gonna think where I can eat dry rice anytime. I can eat dry rice every single day. Like just my favorite food in general. But they have other food there. But Savvy, it's called Savvy Cigar Bar.
Hmm.
I like it because number one, it's a Liberian owned business. They have great food. Just the atmosphere there, like you just great. So what you'll see a lot of people hang out there. They're not just there, just smoke cigars, but it's like a meet and greet.
Mm.
So you meet a lot of other people that's in the government or a lot of people that have business owners that own big business. They'll be there. So it's time for to like have that meet and greet with other people.
Yeah.
So Savi is one of the places where I say if you're coming back home, please go to Savi. Like have
Wow.
somebody take you to
What part
Savi.
of Liberia is located?
Savi is in Syncor.
Okay.
I don't want to call the street because
No, you
I
don't
think
have to.
I would call the reason why I don't want to call it the street because I don't want to sit the wrong street.
No, no, I understand.
But
And
yeah,
besides
so
that,
but
you
when you
know
come to
what?
Liberia
Besides
and
that,
you
you're a
just say take
celebrity.
me to
These people,
Savi,
you're a celebrity. These people are not paying you. So yeah.
but like it's just one of the places where I would recommend for people to go to, like, because they have great food. The drinks
Yeah.
is good there. The music is good. So, like, you could go there any kind of day. Like, you go there from Mondays, you still going to get that business vibe and that
Yeah.
chill vibe. If you go there on a Friday night, to get more of like a later at the nighttime, you're still going to have like that party atmosphere. But it's a
Yeah.
place where I feel like it's Liberian owned. I mean, we have other places like if you want a sushi, my favorite spot to get sushi from is Mama Point.
Do they have
Um,
sushi?
Yes, I'm a sushi eater.
Wow.
So
When I was back
the
home,
best
I
spot for
had no
sushi
idea
it's
where to get sushi in Liberia.
yes, the best place to get sushi be Mama Point. And then we have a lot of let's say a lot of beaches, pool that people can go to. Like we have a lot of things for you to see, a lot of nightlife that goes on here. Go. But for me, I always promote Sav because his business is like rent own business.
Yeah. Before we continue, I want to compliment that picture behind you. That's a beautiful picture. You picked the wrong spot
Oh,
just to be.
my okay, my artwork. I don't even know how to position the camera now for you to see
Did you
it. Oh,
did you paint that?
no, I didn't paint it, but
Oh,
actually,
okay.
I got this from Haiti.
Okay.
Yeah, my best friend is Haitian, so I made a trip to Haiti,
Oh, really?
and we got the artwork there. And the
Nice.
painter, when a little background story, so when he looked at me and he saw that painting, he said her eyes reminded him of my eyes. So I'm like,
Really?
okay, you just sold me, so I'm gonna just, yeah, I don't know,
He's
you hear
like my
me?
homeboy, Power Almighty. I think it's complimenting you like that. But
Can you see?
but
I tried to set the camera up so you can see it, but
I
yeah,
know. Please set the camera because we are talking, and I don't want your hand to get tired on my sister.
listen, at this point in time, I don't even care. I'm afraid to even move my hands. Like it was on a tripod earlier, but
Hmm.
I felt like the connection wasn't good. So I just
Yeah,
want to sit in this one position because I don't
yeah.
even want the internet to trip.
Like I said earlier, my viewers, a lot of them are online and they are really liking what you're saying. But let me say this though. If you have to go, if you mind me, you and I will sit here for a long time. And I know you have to work tomorrow. So at some point, if you decide to go, just tell me, Jefferson. Next time I will come back. Let cut this short. I
Okay.
100% understand. But
I
honestly,
can give you some more minutes.
yeah, they really like you. I mean, a lot. Some of them been telling me. Even I had some friend texting me saying that you gotta bring that young lady back. She's so amazing. She care about her country. She's well spoken, outspoken. I'm like, yeah. Somebody text me and said, "Is she crew girl?" I said, "I don't know about that."
I'll
It's
grow
like
in group.
the same crew people are very like something because they're used to one of my friend who her name is Awadiam. She's always here and
Yeah.
she's very outspoken in a good way. I mean, she's everything Liberia too. So, but anyway, it's just been so amazing having you on the show, and I'm glad that you are interacting with my viewers. And um, I think I asked a few questions. What did net? How many county have you traveled already since you've been in Liberia?
Okay, so let's see. I haven't gone to a lot of counties, so I shouldn't even lie. I've been to Avi's Mangibi because I work there, so I'm there all the time. I've been to Nimba. I've been to Bumi. I've been to Bon County. I think that
Have you been to
is
River G where yeah, I think you say your
no,
mom is from there?
no, not my mom. My father's from there.
Okay.
No, I have not been to the southeastern region yet. Sorry, guys. That's like
Um, I have
um.
that connection. I'm so disappointed.
Say it again.
I say I have my connection from the southeastern region and I'm disappointed.
I know. Sorry. Um, I think the reason why I haven't gone there yet is probably because I to travel there I need that time.
Yeah. And the roads are so bad, right?
No, I think the roads now because the president had the county tour, so like they went they traveled there, so I'm pretty sure the roads are in okay condition because people are traveling there. But
Okay.
for you to travel there, you need that time.
Yeah.
And like I said to you earlier, like I work in operations at the
Hmm.
airport, so I don't have that time for me to be able to take that trip there.
Yeah.
But I do want to take that trip there just because I want to know where my family's from. Well, my dad's
Yeah.
side of the family, where they're from. So I would love to take that trip there. I know he'll be happy for me to take that trip there. But unfortunately, I have not been to the southeastern region.
Okay. There's this question this person asked D. Cully. Say, you are very beautiful, Marlene. What is your advice to young girls, women in Liberia concerning education?
Okay, so when I view education, right, I don't just view education as you getting just a diploma, like the traditional way where you say you'll go to like college. Like, I don't view that. I don't think that's just all to education, right? I feel like education is you learning things that's gonna better your life. So what if it's like you getting a certificate in some kind of trait or just I feel like that's also education.
Yeah.
So for me is I can only advise them coming from my standpoint, right? And I'll just what is advice, but then also saying for what I learned growing up. As Africans, we always tell our children, okay, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be a lawyer, just to marry children or the neighbor. We always tell our kids that and force our kids into these field that's not what their heart set on.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to education, I think we should also promote to our kids is you have to learn something that's going to better your life.
Yeah.
And you always have to keep teaching yourself new things to put yourself ahead of people.
Yeah.
I'm always going to promote getting a diploma at college, diploma or going to college. I'm always going to promote that. But I would never ever come to anyone to look down on people that decided to go and learn, like trade school. I'm
Yeah.
never ever going to look down on that because I also feel like that's all part of education. Anything that you're going to do to put yourself in a better position is
Yeah.
education. Yeah.
That-
So I'll
Yeah.
promote. I'll promote that.
Yeah, that is good. As you were talking, I was thinking about something about the nonprofit organization that you were involved in, and I really want to stress on that. Not really stress about it, but how can people really get in touch with you if they want to
Okay,
help in any
so I
way?
would tell you all my Facebook handles and stuff like that. If you just go, I mean, well, if you just type my name in Melaine Jarbo, you're gonna find me on all my social medias, Facebook, on my
What
Instagram.
was
It's
what?
Miss.
Oh, sorry, to cut you off, but what was it again? Maybe I can type that in so people can see it. You said
Okay, so my Facebook handle is Melaine. My first name
okay.
Mollyn. Middle name Giselle Giselle Jarbo Jarbo. That's my Facebook handle. And then my nonprofit also has other stuff on Let's Help, LET' and help on Facebook. My consultancy firm links is also up there as well, and on my Instagram page. So all my
Let me know.
stuff we have like
Let me know. Let me know if I misspelled this so that I can write it. Um,
okay.
Melaine Giselle Jabber on Facebook. Can they find you
Yes,
like
that's
that?
my Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
Thing. So
Yeah.
what's gonna be easier once you go into my Facebook, all my other handles for all my consultancy firm, my nonprofit, all those things, they're right on my social media. They're right on our social media, and then
Yeah.
on my Instagram is Miss Liberia. I think US 13. I'm not sure. I think so.
USA 13. I think you Miss United Nation. Oh, one of the questions I wanted to ask you though. I saw something Miss Earth. And what do you guys do? That's one of the things I haven't really I have no idea what you guys do, Miss
Are you
Earth.
talking about the Miss Earth pageant?
Is that a Miss Earth pageant where you go and represent the globe?
Oh yeah, so we do have the current Miss Liberia. She does have a pageant that's called Miss Earth, and
Hmm.
that's one of the international pageant that's one of the I think the top five international pageants. It's called Miss Earth. I think it's called Miss Earth International. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's so many pageants all over just all over international pageants.
Yeah. That's good. And thank you for educating me on that because I one time I came across this YouTube channel that has to do with Liberia, Miss Earth, and I got in touch with somebody because we wanted to share the video on our channel so that we can also put a link into our video description so people can go check out the YouTube channel. And so, but I used to be thinking about, what is Miss Earth? Is that what I know, Miss Earth, they representing the globe? So I'm glad you educate me on that. And
Yeah, there are also a lot of pageants like Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss
yeah,
International,
yeah.
Miss Supernatural. There's a whole bunch of international, whole bunch of international pageant. So there is a Miss Earth pageant, and like we have a Miss Earth Liberia, a current Miss
Hmm.
Earth Liberia, and then she's representing Liberia at that pageant.
Okay. Maybe one or two questions I have, then I would like to lose because I know you have to go to work tomorrow, and
The
you've
time
been working
difference.
the whole day. If you mind me, it's 2 p.m., 2:44 p.m. And don't I'm not gonna be selfish to keep you here, even though my viewers like you. One other thing I want to ask you though, when it comes to business, what's your advice to many Liberians who want to go to Liberia, start business there? but they still have that doubt. It's saying that, oh, you can't do business in Liberia, corruption, this and all of that. What do you think?
Um, when it comes to business, my advice, I actually to when you're coming here, just know that like it's not gonna be bread and butter. It's not gonna be easy. Just like I said earlier, when you're moving back, like you're gonna you're not gonna get it right the first time. So you gotta keep trying. A business is like a baby, you have to be present. You have to get involved. You just have to be here. And I think we should do our research. Research is always good. You
Yeah,
can't sit out in America and just conclude, oh, this business would thrive. Just because this business is working in America doesn't mean it's going to work in Liberia. So I always tell people, do your research. Don't just listen to what people have to tell you. Do your own research. Come
yeah,
on ground. Ask the people in Liberia. And I'll say this, okay? I used to sit in America all the time and just be like, oh, I'm a Liberian, and just think for the Liberian people, right? But
yeah,
it took me from the come live in Liberia for me
yeah,
to understand the typical lifestyle of a Liberian person, and
hmm,
that's how you have to start thinking like them. So you get to in America and sit and just figure, oh, I think this business will do good. No, 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 no. See her, calm down.
yeah,
Be here for some company years. Do your research. Talk to the local people on ground. See what the things they're into, what they like before you make your decision on the kind of business you want to open up. And
yeah,
find something that you're passionate about. Just don't get into a business just because you want to make money. Get into a business and do something that you're passionate about. That's how
yeah.
you succeed.
That's a good one. So I want to ask a similar question. People who want to move to Liberia, they're from Liberia, they love the country, but they worry about a lot of things. They worry about safety, they worry about other things, they worry about all the stuff they have here, but they still want to move to Liberia. You made that decision like 3 years ago. What can you tell those people? It's a similar
Okay.
question to the business thing.
Business, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my mom, she probably called me 20 times a day,
Mm.
checking up on me
Yeah.
because she's worried nonstop to have me living here where I don't really, I didn't grow up here. I don't have family, a lot of family or friends here. But at first, I was kind of worried about, healthcare and things like that. But what I would say is, I did my research. So healthcare is important to me. I go to a hospital where I know that they have my medical records there, and I'm very hands on. When they're treating me, when I'm looking at my charts, I'm asking all the necessary questions. When I go to that, and I feel that's where we feel like we go there. We just the doctor tell you everything, and you just accept it. No, when you telling me this, or you're telling me, oh, this was wrong with me, or give me any kind of medicine, I'm asking you all the question. I'm doing my own research. I need to know. So I'm very hands on when it comes to do with that.
Yeah.
When it comes to my safety, like my family, which is my mom, little brother, he drives me around. So because he's my driver, I feel a little bit safe. I feel a little bit secure.
They can I
Um,
say, oh,
I,
she got her own driver.
but that's a common thing in Liberia. So y'all don't take it as something big. It's a common thing in like well in Africa in
Don't
general.
mind me. I'm the one that just doing my crazy stuff.
Yeah. But when it comes to safety, Liberia, it's safe. I know you guys hear rumors and all this thing. Liberia is a safe country. In America right now, you could go to the mall and somebody come down there and they could shoot everything in the mall. You can go
Yeah.
to church and you could get
Or a
shot.
police officer could shoot you that
Yes,
easy to get
exactly. Could
blocked.
gun you down for nothing.
Yeah.
So I hate when people make it seem like Liberia streets are not safe or there's
Yeah.
some. Yes, you're always going to have ghettos.
Yeah.
You're always going to have ghettos. You're always going to have places that are unsafe. You have that even in America. But
Yeah.
the likelihood of someone just coming into the church in Liberia and like just shoot, yeah,
It doesn't
it's
happen
not
like
gonna
that.
happen
That's what
compared
that's
to
what
the
Yeah, that's what I tell people. I say, Liberia is safer than the US. They're like, the
yeah,
country for war. I said that was then. I said Liberian were fighting each other. They were all of those things were happening. That was then. But
yeah,
now people will not just commit certain crime that you commit here. Somebody will just wake up and say mental problem, and they just go and start shooting everybody. We don't do that in Liberia these
Yeah.
days after the war. Nobody do that. But anyway, I just want to ask the person ask a question. So it's very important. That was beautiful. That would be beautifully said. As a former Miss Liberia USA or celebrity, what are you doing to help young girls in that? No.
Yeah, so I literally partner with a lot of different organizations that speak to young girls all the time. A lot of time people will ask me to come to their school, or just events and just tell my story to them and help motivate them. I literally respond to majority, like they'll reach out to me on social media all the time. I literally take up my time. I'll respond to them. Um, I will help them, figure things out. I'm always there. Like if you call me, I'll pick up. Like I told you, like I'm now the president of the Pageant Union. So I kind of want to help young Liberian put them on a map and for them to pass where, go beyond where I stopped in my whole modern and pageant career. So I
Yeah.
always want to show them the ins and out. I want to show them the mistakes I made for them
Yeah.
not to make that mistakes as well. I want
Yeah.
to talk to people about education because, like I said to you, like growing up, like my math and like I said earlier, like my math and my reading skills wasn't to part. You know what I mean? I was not the top 5% in my class. I never ever was. But look where I am today.
Yeah.
That should show you, like you don't have to be the best at everything, but all you need to do is put effort. All
Yeah.
you need to do is try. All you need to do
Yeah.
is wake up every single morning and say, "This is what I want, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it." And it don't matter how many people are saying that you're not going to reach to that point. You got to
Yeah.
tell yourself you got to reach to that point. And a lot of things I preach to people all the time. And
Hmm.
our mom would tell, because I do have a bad past, growing up, and I always tell people, I said, "You got to love yourself enough to want to save yourself."
Yeah.
People
That's true.
can't force
That's
things
true,
for
sir.
you. As many times my mom used to say, like, "Melaine, get your act together. Why are you like this?" And my mom would be so upset with me. It wasn't till the point where it registered in my mind to like, for me to understand, like, you're better than this. You got
Yeah.
to have a passion. You have, there are things out there that's greater than what you're doing right now. There's a
Yeah.
whole world in front of you, Malin. Like I had to literally pick myself up. So when I'm talking to the younger generation, I let them know that you got to love yourself enough, to save yourself.
Yeah.
And you could sit here and be sorry for yourself 24/7. You could say like, "Oh, like I don't have the opportunity. I don't have the opportunity." Sweetheart, you're never gonna have the opportunity.
Yeah.
You have to take it. You have to create your own opportunity. You can't wait. It doesn't matter how many no's you have or how many people close the door on you. You
Yeah.
have to be like, okay, you said no today, but I'm gonna give you 100 reasons why you need to say yes to me. You gotta be persistent. You gotta be
Yeah. You got
hungry.
it. That's
You
true.
gotta be starved for success, and that's what I am.
Actually,
I'm not
you're
just
right.
I'm starved to make it
Yeah.
in life. Because when I
You're
look
right.
at myself,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't feel because there's a lot of people are dependent on me to win.
Yeah.
And when I win, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
So when I go and I talk to this younger generation, I tell them this. I'm like, a lot of people are dependent on you for you to win. So
Yeah.
you gotta get your act together. You gotta love
That's
yourself enough to want to change things.
yeah. And this is the last question probably I'll take from somebody because at some point I have to let you go. I kept saying that. All right. So for some reason she the we went I think it's the internet stuff. Okay, she's coming back online. Yes,
Hello.
yeah. So I was just telling them, but this is the last question I will take from the audience. Then I would somehow like to have to let you go because I'm feeling that it's after 10 p.m. going to 11,
Yeah, it's
right?
about to be 10. No, it's 9:53 right now.
Oh, okay. Maybe I miscalculated that. But you're a hardworking person and you need to rest your eyes. So I will try not to keep you here too long. I said that 2 hours ago, maybe 1 hour ago.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
have you been to District Number 8 pageant? There are
I
few
think
females that are very good. They just need a push from people like you. Names, promises, courage. I watched it on from my friend Kwame Opawich. That's what they're saying. Lena
Okay,
Karalam.
so let me just tell you a quick story about Kwame. Kwame gave me my first platform. I told you that, right? Okay,
Nice.
so I love Kwame. So I think when you say District A, I'm pretty sure that's Honorable Akaris Gray. I'm not.
Yeah,
Don't quote me.
yeah, the current grades. I think it's
That's his
between
district.
Industry Street, I think Central Monrovia.
Yeah, so I'm sure. I
Yeah,
think this is a district. Yeah, so
yeah.
I am actually following that pageant, and I will be there on that day. Yes, I have been following because I knew they were supposed to have the pageant a while ago, and then we had the
Hmm.
whole COVID, so we weren't able to like meet for for meet like a huge gathering. But
Yeah,
yes, there are a lot of females there that I feel like they're good. See, I like to see pageants like that because it makes me smile
yeah,
because I feel like the pageant world in Liberia is going to be great someday because these are the younger generation that's coming up. So I've
yeah,
listened to their interview, and I do have a couple of them which I feel like are my favorites. I don't have a particular one where I say, I want them to win, but
yeah,
there are a couple of girls in that pageant where I actually really, really like them, and I think that they'll do a great job. And
hmm,
I'm actually thankful to Honorable Akari's Gray for just being involved in this pageant and just giving them an opportunity. I will be there on the day of the program, and I'm hoping
yeah,
that whoever wins the program, I'll be able to work with them just because I'm the president of the pageant union. So I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that.
One of my friends just before I ask you maybe two questions before you leave. One of my friends just texted me like, show the girl your Liberian flag. Tell her that you are crazy about Liberia because she may not believe you because you live in the U.S. He just texted me on my phone, so I just thought I should show my life. I just tried to show my Liberian flag for real because he was talking trash. He's like, show the people your Liberian flag that you're serious about Liberia. You're annoying us about Liberia, encouraging people to go to Liberia. So it's funny. So I just try to do that because he's watching too. He's actually living in Detroit and watching. So I had to do that. Um. Anyway,
So he
are
wants
you?
you to show your Liberian flag.
He want me to show my Liberian flag to make people believe that actually I'm a big fan. I'm a Liberian, that so people can believe it. I thought he's just acting. He's just like
LIV.
LIB all the way. I got my Liberian flag. It's not American, by the way. It's in one star. If you're a Liberian, you know that. Um, anyway, how's the living condition in Liberia? Like people like us that want to move there, of course, you don't want to live in a place where there's no shower, no electricity. How's the living condition? Like the prices, like the is it too expensive to live in Liberia? Hello? The well, the internet want to retire you. So I think it's yeah, the internet's want to retire my sister. Well, that was our friend Marlene. She's amazing. I think if you've been following this program from the start till now, you know that she really been great. I mean, people been commenting the whole time, and I'm very grateful to have her on the show. She is such an amazing person, and I'm very grateful. I mean, I will always bring people on the show. People that are doing great job, and not just girl, guys, girls, mom, dad, people that really care about Liberia, people that are making a difference in Liberia. And so I am if you are somebody who is doing something good in Liberia, you want us to talk about it. It could just be a casual conversation, not something fancy. Just email us liberiantv@gmail.com and you will for sure be part of this show. Also, one thing I want to tell you is that my friend who was just on the show, Melaine, if you want to follow her, this is her Facebook page. Follow her on Facebook, and she will for sure. You guys can take it from there. And you email her, you message her, she will for sure. Um, I think she's trying to come back on. I was trying to tell people to follow you on Facebook because yeah,
Your
but
internet,
yeah, I just wanted to the last
Lord,
question that I
this
wanted.
this internet
The,
is just
I know the internet said that you know why they're looking out for you. The internet is looking out for you. The internet want you to to raise your eye. Hello. All right. So while she's trying to figure out her internet, I just want to tell you you can follow my
Yes,
friend
I can
here.
hear you.
You can hear me now? Hello? Hello? Okay,
Can
she's
you hear
still
me?
trying to. Yeah, I can hear you
Yes,
now,
I can
but
hear
you.
you. Can you hear me? I'm trying
Yeah, I
to
can
just.
hear you right now.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
I'm
think you
hearing you
might have
now.
me on mute.
No, I can. I'm hearing you now.
You have me on. I can
Hello,
hear you as well.
I'm hearing you
I can
now.
hear you. Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. All right, you're back. Can you hear me?
Yes, but it might be a delay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm noticing too. So I gotta wait for a few seconds to talk.
Correct.
Mhm. Yeah, there's one question that I wanted to ask before you go was, um, h- how's it living in Liberia right now? The living condition. If you want to live in a very nice place, maybe a nice apartment, how is it?
Um,
We can.
there are nice apartments here in Liberia.
Hmm.
There are a lot of nice places to live. So that should not be a word when you come to Liberia. If you're gonna find a nice place, like I said to you, like where I live in Cinco. Like my LEC is stable most majority of the time.
Yep.
Sometimes it goes off. I have a generator here, but Liberia is not how Liberia used to be years before. Like there are, when I say nice places, there are really really nice affordable places that you can get here in Liberia where you will have lights and running water.
Mm.
So I mean, everything. If you come, you owe.
I know everywhere is different, but what would you say would be the estimated prices a month? You don't, of course, you may not know everything, but all the prices, but at least what would you say would be the estimated prices?
I'm sorry, but this question, I'm the probably like the worst person to answer this question because I cannot
Okay.
give you an answer because
Mhm.
I'm still I'm still on this thing where it's like I've not transitioned to using like Liberian dollars, like not what Liberty. I'm still
I'll
in
think,
the
I'll
U.S.
think about the
mindset.
U.S. dollar though.
Yeah, so I'm still in the U.S. mindset, and like
Hmm.
my cost of living is the same thing that I would live in America. I know that sounds crazy, but it
Hmm.
literally is because like I think I actually spend more money here on a daily than I would in America because in America, well, I was living with my parents, but while I'm here, I spend a lot of money because I'm always out helping and doing things for people. So for
Hmm.
that reason, if I would calculate how much I spend, weekly, it's more than I would spend in America because, like I said, I have
Yeah.
my nonprofit, I have other things I'm doing. Like I like to help people, so I'll be the wrong
Yeah.
one to answer that question just because I cannot give you a accurate amount of how much
Yeah.
people would spend on a daily.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything you want to add before we go? Is there anything you want to like say before we go? Because I know you're a very hardworking person. You work today and you still make time for us. I really appreciate that. But do you want to add something?
What I can say is, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Oh, that's so rude. I
No, no,
apologize.
that's fine. We can
What
see
can
you.
I
We can
can say
only
is I
hear
do
your
want to
voice.
thank you. Okay. Oh, really? You cannot see me?
We are seeing you, but the internet is a little bit breaking. I don't know, breaking in or breaking up. Either way, you're a little bit breaking in. So when you were yawning, it was cool. It was good.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
good for
So I
camera.
just wanted to tell you thank you. I just want to tell you thank you for bringing me your show today. And what I want to say to all the viewers is, about Liberia. I just think that we all need to just promote unity and for us to be just be patriotic. Liberia's all that we have. So I just think like people that live in the diaspora, like myself, I lived there for many years, but I decided to come back to Liberia. So even if you don't want to live in Liberia, buy land, build. You putting a structure up, what's that's doing, you're still part of rebuilding process of Liberia because
Yeah. Oh man, the internet is killing us now. I mean, she was saying something really good. I think you all got the message. I mean, even if you don't want to stay in Liberia, you don't want to go back home right now, but at least have something back home because at the end of the day, Liberia is our home. No matter where you live, no matter which country you're a citizen that you move to and become naturalized, like you are still a Liberian. They will still see you as African, American, African, European, or however they call people on that side of town. I mean, so I just want to tell you, man, you see this young lady, she dropped everything to go to Liberia. And so we all need to make a move. We need to go to Liberia. We can just sit in the US and talk and say bad things about Liberia, how horrible the government is, how horrible the president. I'm not just talking about the current government. I'm talking about in general. We need to move back and make a difference in Liberia and help our country grow. Liberia will never be great if we don't make a move.
my
We all
internet
have.
told me,
Yeah, the internet
sorry.
is killing us. The last statement, which was good, which was inspiring, which is inspiring. Now the internet is killing us. So now that you are good, don't breathe, don't move. You're good. Yeah. So you were saying something. Hello, hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, yes. I apologize for my internet. Like I know I'm trying to promote like beer and here goes my internet just acting a whole fool. Please do not judge this on my internet. It's just
I think I
raining.
think I think you are doing a good job because the internet started took us through the show, and now the internet is sending us message saying that you need to let the young lady go. She's been here for about 2 hours now, and you need to let her go. So we understand.
Okay. It's fine. I can't really hear you. So, but I do thank you for just having me on your show today or just giving me a platform. People like you are who made me who I am today by giving me these platforms to be able to come up and talk and then for people to hear me and for my fan base to grow or not just my fan base because people that pay attention to me, I call them my family. So like for my family to grow and my support to grow. So I do appreciate the time that you took to just have me on your show, and I appreciate everyone that came on today just to leave a comment or ask me questions or just view this live. So I do appreciate every single one of you guys, and I tell you thank you for just taking your day out to just be here to listen to what I have to say. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Just so the last few questions where I know I said I won't take question, but these are very compliment. This is a compliment for you. The person was like, "Thank you, Queen." Um, um, yes, you are right. There's something you were talking about, and they say you're right. Nice interview. It's good to hear from people who moved back and giving good reports. That's good. This encouraged a lot of people to want to go back home. So I just want to thank you too. I this is what I really want to do to really change a lot of people abroad their mindsets so that they will want to so that they can decide to go back home because I like I was saying Liberia will never be great if we all don't get involved, if we don't play our part. No matter what you are good at, whether you are a track and field person or you are a musician, you are no matter who you are engineer. We all need to go back home to contribute to Liberia development. And one of the thing I keep saying this, I really want to use my platform, even though I'm not there right now, but I want to use this platform to encourage people to go back home. And one day I'm gonna go back home and also make a difference there. beyond what I'm currently doing. So thank you so much for coming here, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for dealing with my plenty talking. My mom can run more than now that we are at the end. I was saying that my mom can run more than chicken ball, but
Thank you for having me.
you survive it and you are good. I hope I can have you on this, but don't worry, we won't give you for 2 hours next time.
I know I definitely would like to come back on the show.
Yeah,
I know now next time. I'm sorry,
yeah,
like it was just a like I told you, like a crazy day today at work. So I came home late, couldn't really set up my tripod, my lights and everything like that. So but I just really want to do the interview just because we rescheduled from Sunday. So
yeah.
I am looking forward to us doing another interview and I hope by then my internet will behave
I think you
itself.
did a great job today. Your internet even did a good job. Say thank you to your internet because
Thank you,
I
internet.
interviewed I interviewed a musician from Ghana. I think Jazino, you know him. And
Yeah,
I really wanted to hear from him, but he wasn't home. So his internet wasn't that good. But it wasn't his fault. That's just how it
yeah,
is. Sometimes in the US, it depends which location your internet
yeah.
can be bad. So I 100% understand. Thank God that I wasn't expecting this good for the internet to be this good. We went through the interview. So thank you so much. I can't wait to have you back here so that we can have a discussion. At some point, I will just call you up and say, hey, I want you to be my co-host. The host. Let's just discuss things about Liberia,
That's
stuff like
funny. I
that.
like that. Hmm.
Yeah, but I appreciate you so much. Have a great night, and I hope you keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to what people are telling you. You are doing a great job in Liberia. You are you are a Liberian more than the close-minded Liberian. So keep
Definitely.
doing your thing. Um, Hopefully, you keep encouraging other people. You keep educating people about Liberia, and don't give up. And some
Mm,
of us will come down and join the team. Some of you back home that are doing a good job. So keep doing your thing.
thank you.
And before you leave, is there anything else you want to promote, like your page or anything else, or you good?
Well, like, yeah, I did call my page and stuff like that. People can follow me on there. Once you follow me on there, you could send me a message. I could
Yeah,
link you to all my other pages with my nonprofit organization and also with my what's it called, my consultancy firm. Like, once you hit me up on Facebook. So,
yeah. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot. I think I said it too much. I'm gonna stop repeating myself now. Have a good night.
wait, okay. Have a great night.
All right, bye. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You can follow Melaine and Giselle Jabo on Facebook. And please follow this sister. She's doing a great job in Liberia. If you follow this interview from the beginning to now, you will know that she's been doing an incredible job. And I'm so happy that she was on the show. She inspired me to even interview more people. And if you are somebody who is in her position, you are doing something good in Liberia, you were in the US and you decided to go back home, whatever you're doing and you want to chat with me, please join this. Please let me know. Email us liberiantv@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with this young lady, you can follow her on Facebook, message her, and she will for sure get back to you. I know her. She When I first got in touch with her, she responded within like 1 day time. So she's everything Liberia. Just be all my advice is be professional, be professional. The girl tell you she get her man already. So don't try to email her and say you fine girl, you look pretty, I want you. Don't do that. Just be professional, get in touch with her, talk to her, and she will respond and you can whatever question you have, she's on ground already. If you have any business question or anything, get in touch with her. Um, if like I was saying, if you still trying to figure out if you don't, for example, if you don't maybe write down her name and you forgot and you want to know who she was, email us liberiantv@gmail.com and I will respond to you with her Facebook link and you can follow her there, and you can ask a question or message her. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you again to um, my friend Melaine, who just came on the show, and she did great job. Everybody liked her. She's such an amazing person. Those are the kind of people we want for Liberia. I hope many young Liberians have that mindset. We need to be patriotic, like she said, and some of us are still in the U.S. where we are doing stuff, but at least we are doing stuff back home. And I hope that a lot of you also stepped up to help Liberia grow. Let's just forget about who is in power. Let's forget about which political party you didn't support, which senator you didn't vote for, which representatives you didn't vote for. Let's just do things on our own. You don't have to go back home and work for government. You can start your own thing. That's just all that I want to leave with you. If you haven't subscribed to Liberian TV Network, please go subscribe our YouTube channel. We are still working to make our YouTube channel good. My plan was to go to Liberia in December to really train my guys so that we can bring great videos to you, videos that will promote Liberia. For now, this is what we are doing. We are still learning. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate everybody. Have a great day, great night. Thank you.